What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute since I made a video. I'll be honest with you, the weather's been way too hot to get outside and fish, especially when I'm dragging a 5-year-old around. So it's finally cooled off a little bit. Oh, get my big hand out of the camera. It's finally cooled off a little bit, so I thought I'd get out here, try to catch some fish. There's a local pond here that I usually come to that's got a lot of grass stuff on it. Probably not the best conditions to try to throw a frog, but I thought I'd try it today. I've wanted to do it for a while, but haven't had a chance. So I'm gonna toss one around here and see what I can catch. And if not, I may move somewhere else. Maybe might stop and do a little creek fishing. But stick with me, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. Now the frog that I'm throwing today, or toad, or whatever you like to call it, this is a Lucky Strike live motion frantic frog. I've gotten these, I've used these in the past. They're fairly decent lure. They're really cheap. Of course, this one's the white one. They come in white, black, and June bug colors, and you can get them through TNO Fishing is where I got these at, because these you can't hardly find in a store nowhere. And this is just on the if I can think of the name of it, I think it's the Rivet frog hooks, the double hook. You can rig these up on a single hook. Nobody says you can't. Then I've got this on, I think it's 15-pound mono. Got a 6'9" medium heavy rod. This is on the Revo S 4th gen. This is a 7-3-1. It's not really what you would call a high-speed reel, but it's high enough. It's a little overcast day, a little windy, and of course this is only one of these frogs I brought with me, so it'll be my luck I'll lose it here in just a few casts. But like I said, there's grasses on this pond. I've wanted to do this for a while. This is probably not the best conditions for this. But see what happens. That little frog makes a lot of racket on the water with those little paddle-tailed feet. But you have to really keep this frog up and moving. I don't know if y'all can see that. If you stop reeling this frog, it will sink, just like a buzzbait. You can kind of let it run subsurface, but I don't. I get a huge backlash here because it never fails. As I'm trying to do a video, I'll backlash the crap out of a reel. You know, that's just the way it is. I also brought a spinning rod with me and my little pond jigging rod. So if this don't pan out, why in the world does it keep doing that? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Come on now. I think the water's a little too windy and choppy to do this, but no, I don't know. That's the if it's the dealio or not. So I didn't have my brake set there. Ooh, that looked like one tried to blow up on it right there. Maybe not. There's a lot of grass under the surface here that you can't really see. And I know there's fish in it, but do they want to eat today? These big crazy, it's cooled off here about, I want to say 15 degrees, 15, 20 degrees in the last 2 days. We had some rain come through this morning. Of course, like I said, it's windy and overcast now. So this change in the weather may have got these fish all screwed up. I was hoping it would kind of make them want to bite, but as the old saying goes, you can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which one fills up the fastest. This wind, I can't really get it. I just don't think this is going to work today. I don't. We might try throwing the jig here for a minute and see what happens. Throw the old jig, see what happens. I should have brought a punching set up or something. Maybe, just maybe. We should have brought a punching set up. Come on now, cooperate. Cooperate. So, give it the old trusty watermelon red flake. This water's really clear under this grass. So, and I've caught a lot of fish on this lure in the past. This is a Booyah baby boo jig with a Yum Christy Crawl watermelon red flake. A little bit of chartreuse in the skirt. I think this was the 1/4 ounce. I've caught a lot of fish in the summertime on this bait. In a lot of different conditions. Flipping it up under shade lines, throwing it out in the middle, hopping it like I'm doing right now, ripping it up out of the grass. But even that don't always work. Oh, there's a bite right there. Come on. Oh, I missed it. That was a good one too. At least it felt like it. I say at least it felt like it. Just one little thump. Got grass on it. Got some grass on it. That's the only bad thing about fishing is so grass, it sure tangles up. Even the most weedless of baits will get covered up. I guarantee it. Come on, fishy. Still there? You gonna give me a bite? Nope. You gonna give me a tease? Sons of fishes. Caught me with my britches down. Not literally. Say if we get too desperate, we can throw the wacky ring. Come on. Come on. Really? Really? Yay, more grass. Oh, damn it. Briar. Oh, damn it, that hurt. No, shit. Sorry, kids. About the language. There's one right there. There's a good one. Ooh, that's a real good one. Oh my goodness. Stay on. Stay on. Oh, stay on. Oh my God. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh. Oh. Holy crap, guys. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Wasn't expecting that. That's probably the biggest fish I've ever caught out of this pond. 14-inch fish. Pound and a half. Damn, he hit that like a train. Wow. I mean, he hit that like a train. What I tell you, guys, that watermelon red flake, that little booyah jig, little young Christy craw, it's sending to do the trick. Man, that fish is warm and pretty. All right, guys, we're gonna get this guy back in the water, let him go, see if he's got a twin out there. What's going on, guys? This is a different day. I had to bail out on the pond yesterday. I know I caught a couple of fish on it. My son's acting foolish. But I had to bail out on it. I had said I was going to go to a creek. I went to that creek to check it out, but with the rain we'd had, that creek was all muddy and blowed out. So it was going to be impossible to fish. So today I'm going to go to another pond that I visited back in the spring. If you remember my dead turtles and dink bass video, it's that pond. And that pond, like the one I was at yesterday, it's got a lot of grass in it and stuff. So we're gonna take the jig, the swim jig, and maybe a drop shot, and see if we can catch some fish. So stick with me, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we made it out here to the pond. I've got my little sidekick with me. He's kind of fishing and watching YouTube at the same time. Like I said, this pond, and I apologize for the background noise, this pond's extremely close to the interstate, but this pond has got a lot of grass in it. I didn't realize it was going to be this bad, but we're going to try it and see what happens. So if you'll give me just a minute, we'll start throwing this jig around, see if we can catch some fish. Dang a dangle, I see some fish busting here and there, but I don't know if they're bluegill or what. See if we can get out past the edge of this grass line. Ooh, I got a bite right there. This grass looks like it goes about 30 yards out from the bank. Really real slow, buddy. But there's just a tremendous amount of grass in this pond. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what it is with all these ponds around here in the grass, but it's nuts. Wind's blowing a little bit today. It's been, like I said before, it has been extremely hot the last few weeks. And then you got some grass. We had a cold front, a lot of rain come through. So hopefully it'll get these fish up and feeding. But you never know. Of course, I try to. Now wait a minute, don't get it hung in a tree. That's a good job though. Okay, just don't get it hung in a tree. Hear me? Watch the tree above you. Step over here if you're gonna cast it overhead. Whoop. And of course, when I cast, the wind tries to blow my. Did you get it? Now. Grass, grass, and more grass. What you trying to do, buddy? Huh? There you go. What? There you go. Good job. You got a big mess of grass there. You want me to get it off? Careful, careful.
So heavy.
Where this grass is not, it is like super clear. Hang on, wait a minute, bub. Give me your rod. Give me your rod.
No.
Oh, wait.
I got it. Did I do it?
Yeah, you did good. You want me to cast it out for you?
No.
Huh?
No.
Can you do it yourself? I think your worm's about the same better days. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful not to wrap it up around the end of your pole like that.
I'm going to do it super
Reel it up
far
a little bit before you cast it, okay?
Like this?
Yep. Oop. There's a fish right there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What are you screaming for, buddy?
Wow. It's so small.
Say, as I said back in the spring when I was here at this pond, this pond is full of little tiny fish. What do you?
It has a butt. Look at it. It has a butt.
Yeah, they do. Hang on. Come on. So we got our first fish on the jig today. Walk down,
Got
the
our
fish.
first fish on the jig.
Go step over the pole. Go throw them back. We'll cast back out here. That fish actually got that jig on the fall. So that might mean that they want something moving. With this little bit of wind, I don't know. So are you eating Cheez-Its? One thing about taking your kids fishing, or any kid for that matter, I mean, you want to try to make it a fun experience. I know sometimes it can be hard and aggravating, but you know, if they don't want to fish, don't force it on them. I try not to. You know, have something else for them to do while you're fishing. You know, just do what you gotta do. You can't force people, can't force these kids to do it, of course. Pretty good cast. Throw the swim jig around a little bit. This is a, before I forget, this is a Strike King swim jig. I think it's a pro model swim jig. Then it's got a Lucky Strike, Lucky Swim swim bait on it, watermelon red flake. Kind of mimic a bluegill. So that's about all there is in this pond. I think we're going to have to move around this other side on here and see if we can get over here where there ain't so much grass. Hey Bub, let's go over to the other side. Here it's got a little less grass. So you want to play video games? It's got a little less grass on this side. I think the wind's got it pushed up to that end. So let's see what happens here. Maybe we can actually get out to a little bit deeper part of the pond from this angle. I don't know how warm this water is. Just looks perfect for the drop shot. So we got bumped right there. He wasn't committed though. So he was not committed. What, bub? I don't know. Golly, that water's so clear. What's what called? I don't know, but you don't need to buy it if it's not on the... Because, baby. Well, you don't even know what it is. There's a fish. Oh my God, that's a decent one. That's a good one. It feels good anyway. Oh, that is a good one right there on a swim jig. Lord have mercy. That might be a 2-pounder. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here, come. Oh my goodness. Son, we are slaying the fish. Goodness gracious. Buddy, don't act so foolish. So, you don't have to throw it, but look how big that is. Feel how warm he is. Feel how warm he is. Goodness gracious. Because he is. Goodness. We're going to let this guy go. I mean, that is a... Jesus. That is a good fish. He's got a long body, but he's really skinny. But it's the best fish I've caught out of here. Go on, buddy. Dang. See if we can get us another one.
I want my drink.
Your drink's in the truck, bub. Can you wait a few minutes? Well, can you wait a few minutes? Huh? Gotta love fishing with your kids. I say I gotta love fishing with my kids. see if we can get out here in the middle of this pond. So that kind of confirms what my suspicion was. These fish are still down on the bottom. That fish was super warm. But he hit that 2 or 3 times before he really committed to it. I'm fishing this on a 6'9" medium heavy Vengeance rod from Abu Garcia. I had one fall on it right there. With a this is just your old Silver Max Walmart. This is one of their lower budget reels. It's a 641. I can really kind of crank this slow. It's about a $60 reel, but you know, for the price point and the budget, these are really good reels. I've had a lot of luck out of them. You know, the gear ratio's good enough. Like I said, I can just kind of slow roll this swim jig right up on the bottom, or right down on the bottom, where these fish apparently are sitting. Of course, I can crank it a little faster. Felt like a bite there. I wouldn't swear to it. And maybe if the wind would pick back up, I see a fish sitting right there. I don't know what he's doing. But... What's up, bub? Huh?
I want to go to the truck and get my drink.
Well, you need to stay here with me. We'll get your drink in a little bit, okay? So, hopefully, we can get us another fish here. Oh, well, right there's another one. He's not hardly as big. I think he's hooked funny. They like the swim jig. They definitely like the swim jig. He's probably a ½ pound or so. Probably a quarter if you take all the grass off of him. God, these fish are so warm. They feel like they've been... They feel like they've been in bath water.
Another fish?
Yeah. That dude looks like he's been caught before.
What?
I said, that dude looks like he's been caught before. See the hole in his mouth?
Yeah.
Then he's got another one right there.
You already caught him.
So we have moved up to the shallower end a little bit. I had one a minute ago hit it just about the time it hit the water. Felt like a good one, but of course he won't come back. One more fish before we run out of time here, but there's a good one right there. Goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. I say that. And then I end up catching one. Huh. How about that? So that's another probably pounder, ½ pounder. Oh, get up here.
The measurer for you.
You brought the measurer for me?
Yep.
Is that the only part of fishing you like?
Yeah.
Is the measuring?
Yes.
God, these fish feel so warm. Like I said, they feel like they've been in bath water.
I feel it
It's
looks
crazy.
like pinky.
You
Ow!
see that line right down through there? You see that lateral line?
Yeah.
That's how they detect stuff.
Protect stuff.
Yeah, for when they eat, they feel the vibrations and stuff off of it.
Why?
All right, guys, we've caught our last fish here. We'll give this guy a little weight. Check him just to see. I'd say I'm gonna guess.
I think he's going to be level 100.
You think he's gonna be level 100?
Yeah.
Oh God, you know he's lively.
Why is he so low?
You think he's gonna be level 100? What's that mean weight-wise?
That means he's so heavy. That means
He's so heavy, what?
so cool.
All right, well, I'm
Now
going to say he's
he's-
going to weigh 3/4 of a pound.
I think he's going to weigh 100.
You think 3/4 of a pound?
No, I guess 100. Am I right?
Man was off 1.22. So I take back what I said. I mean, these are not giants, but you know, this back in the spring, all I caught out of here was little dink bass. So to catch the two good ones I caught today, we'll touch him. All right, we gotta get him back in the water before he dries out on us. Okay.
Don't crouch. I want to crouch with you.
There he goes. So anyway, this has been a pretty decent day. We've caught some good fish. I'm pleasantly surprised with this pond. All right, guys, that is it for the day. We got to get out and catch some fish. I got to admit, I was pleasantly surprised with this pond after the way it fished back in the spring. So, like I said, I apologize for some of the interruptions my child made during this. But like I said, they tend to get a little bored sometimes. My camera is all foggy. But yeah, I mean, get them outside, it's a good thing. Just don't try to push it on them. You know, if they don't want to do it, don't make them. And I always have something else for them to do while you're fishing. So, but anyway, I had a good day today and yesterday. You know, swim jigs are always a good idea in thick grass and stuff, along with drop shots and stuff if you can get them up out of the grass. But anyway, if you want anything I've used, I'll leave it in the description below. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And as always, till I see you again, get outside and keep casting.